Drip is excited. Drip is so excited right now.
I don't know about Scully's on you, Drip.
Is it Drip or is it white men in like white boys of that size in general?
That Scully is too big for you, Drip. Like you can pull that down to your nose. You can pull that down to your goddamn nose.
Are those one size fit all Scullys?
No idea. I assume so. Aren't all of them supposed to be?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen someone with like?
I have a big head. Sometimes certain Scullys don't fit me. So I mean, I know there are some smaller ones.
Yeah, I like the smaller joints. They're definitely like these. These ain't. I have a polo joint that's meant for like if you're actually skiing,
right?
Or that joint huge. It's wild thick, and it's like you pull that joint. Like my kid got like a afro, right. Like you know what I'm saying. He got like the temp, all the little ball player temp, and like it's good size, and his whole Scully fitted.
Damn,
okay. The whole thing. You know what I'm saying? That type of okay. And then the fisherman joints that are like shorter.
Is that what I need?
Y'all love the fisherman joints. So
that's a polo?
No. This is $15.99 for a 4-pack of colors.
Where?
Amazon.
Where. No, say less.
I need another pack because I need some different colors.
Fisherman beanie, say less.
Listen,
I have a little shitty beanie. Where was I grabbed it somewhere, and it don't sit right. I want to throw it in the garbage every time I put it on.
It'd be too big, wild big. It looked like Luther Campbell at the top. Like, nah, you don't want that. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Find you a fisherman beanie.
Get you a fisherman beanie, man.
On Amazon. Peace to peeps. Shouts to Tonio. Shouts to Sean Tragedy. Peace to Rock. It
will depend on how you rock your joints too. Some niggas like to roll them. You know what I'm saying? So then it don't matter if it's long or not, because it'll be they like the roll instead of the cuff. I like the cuff. It looks neat. You know what I'm saying?
Every time I see the roll, that's like the Marvin Gaye style.
Yeah.
Or it's a ski mask and they're gonna go in your pockets later. Like one of the two. So you gotta be careful. But like, man, it's different, man. It's different.
It's always. Can I pull this image of Marvin Gaye up? I always be saying shit and then it take forever to do it, but it's not my fault. It's the StreamYard. But like this. Is that a fisherman?
Yeah, that's not roll. That's a
Where's
cup.
The one roll beanie hat? Is it the one on the live album cover? Hold up. There's one shot of him.
Who's the roll?
I can't even.
Is that like officially licensed software there? Drip? Is that real? Like the Drake pay for the sweatshop?
Yeah, I got 2 more.
That size, huh? Maybe if you wash it and then put it in the dryer, like wash it in hot water.
Well, I think I also just have a small head too. I mean,
man, that shit business.
Put the hat back on. Put the hat back on.
What you had? It gelled and slick down, nigga?
He may have to. It may not look right if you put a hat on and it's all fucking unruly, I guess.
Like that looked like the hat, like moms tell you, like you ever had in gloves today, son? Because like that's the size hat, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, mom.
You got the goddamn OP bubble goose on and the big gloves that's hard to bend your fingers in, and that goddamn Luther Campbell. I would have. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why I would wonder. Like growing up, am I supposed to wear to like cover just the forehead like this, or am I supposed to wear it to like cover all the ears? Like,
I think that's
like this.
See, that hat is made for someone who lives somewhere cold. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like I live somewhere cold.
That is my point.
Yeah,
it's like you know what I mean. That like That looks like it's not for aesthetics. It's for purpose. It's a practical hat. This is not practical. My whole ears is out.
I only wear my hats like that if I got my earbuds in, because it's sometimes some hats it feels weird when you have the hat covering your earbuds. I can't do it. I don't know what
every time I record this. Actually, I have my earbuds in every day.
Yeah, no, facts.
Yeah.
I mean, Wu-Tang is back.
That's back now.
Came back yesterday. Wednesday. Yeah.
Damn.
They dropped 3 episodes, bike to bike to bike. This is post. It starts post Method Man album. So Tikal is out. Yeah,
What's
it's dope.
that they be smoking?
Tikal.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
Dang it.
High fives on that one. Now shit is Wu-Tang now.
All right, so I'm gonna do some spoilers, but not real spoilers, right?
Uh-oh.
There's a Busta Rhymes in this season.
What?
Awful. I believe one of Puff's kids is playing Puff.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold up.
I believe.
Son,
one of them ones with the stupid name. You know, I think they got stupid names. Or maybe it's just a stupid stage name.
Crown or something like that?
One is King, right?
That my King Combs. King Combs.
Yeah.
But he don't spell it.
Is he on? Hold up. King Combs Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Christian King Combs is playing Puff Daddy. What? Is it?
Yeah.
Is that?
Because I was like, he's this kid. There's something, because the acting is still bad for him. But I was like, there's something, and I hate to use because I don't like to speak in Twitter, but he was definitely giving Puff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you felt Puff from this nigga. But
Puff.
Yeah, he was definitely like channeling, like, you know what I mean? That's how his father used to talk to him when he got mad at him or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is.
It's giving Puff is funny.
Yeah, that's the episode.
It may be. Nah, it's funny in a week where you can't escape conversation about Cody Rhodes and his daddy. Like, that happens a lot. You know, you got King Combs playing Puffy. You had Lil O'Shea playing Big O'Shea. Now,
luckily, Lil O'Shea happens to be a good actor.
Yeah.
But he had to learn how to do that. It's like the Jedi. He went out and learned how to be a Jedi, and then went and did the movie. Because I don't think he had really any type of acting before then.
Okay.
He's just the bomb. Where's he at, bro?
Now the goddamn him and the goddamn cocaine band.
That's out soon, right? Is that out
next Friday?
Hey, the bear! I'm sorry.
That's out next Friday.
Yeah, it's my birthday movie.
Your birthday movie is Cocaine Bear.
Am
I gonna go see Cocaine Bear? No.
You're not gonna go see Cocaine Bear?
No.
Just do some cocaine.
Exactly.
But you're gonna see Fast X.
Oh, of course, almost definitely.
If you've seen 9, if there are 10 movies and you've seen 9, you gotta see 10. I don't give a
I've seen
how bad 10 is. It could be.
If there's 10, I gotta see the 11 because don't forget Hobbs and Shaw is technically part, even though they skipped over it in their
but that's not a Fast movie though.
It's Fast and Furious Presents, yeah.
Yeah, it just takes place in the universe. It's not an actual Fast.
Even then, barely, yeah.
What's sad is I forgot what we were going to name the episode. So shouts to Sean Tragedy in the chat for actually writing it in there, so I remember what the hell I had to write down. Are people going to see Ain't Man this weekend? I know Fam just got back.
Yeah, I'm seeing it Saturday morning, probably Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
I'm seeing that shit Monday.
I definitely enjoyed it.
The black man did the damn thing.
Yep, so that is the question I'm getting.
It's just like when you see the black man in the horror movie. Did he die first? Like you gotta establish that first.
See, did they shoot? Now I'm wondering how far apart did they shoot Creed and this? Because I feel
That's
like
a good
the nigga
question.
he was like, look, I worked hard on this movie.
He also has a bodybuilder movie coming out too. So he probably did them back to back.
Can you rip the arm off my shirt? No, I know it's a superhero costume. It's not supposed to rip, but I'm ripped under this goddamn. You gonna rip this shirt off?
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he was either filming or preparing for Creed 3 and the bodybuilding film Magazine Dreams at the same time.
I don't like MAGA.
No, he had to get. I believe he had to get like super like legit bodybuilder in shape. Filming of Creed 3 began in late January 2022. Filming for Quantumania began.
This is black noise at this point.
This is black noise at this point. This is off black.
And my man come back next week.
Quantumania shot the summer before that.
Okay. So that nigga just walk around hefty.
Yeah, I guess he's just ready.
Fair enough.
He's probably trying to find roles that like, what else can I do that I'm in shape for? Like,
you might as well.
I mean, finna waste his swole, cuz.
Yeah.
Shit.
You got a role for like again a bodybuilder or like an athlete. Like, is there
Yeah, he was eating 6,100 calories a day for 4 months, and he would bodybuild for 6 hours a day to maintain that physique for the Magazine Dreams film, which I think is like
8 meals a day for 8 summers. That's a different one, like 3 summers.
I think there was just some interview he said like he would wake up, eat, work out, go shoot, eat,
like
work out, come back. Yeah, he'd have
clanging and banging.
Yeah.
And clanging and banging.
And like I said, I think he was. I mean, but you figure he was also probably trying to prepare to be a whole boxer.
Yeah.
Thinking about the neck, the variant of Kang. I don't know, man. Like that man is. He's an interesting fellow.
It's a Rasta variant of Kang in this movie.
Word?
No.
What if he was? I was waiting. Like, is that how Marvel's going to introduce marijuana into the MCU? Rasta Kang?
I am Kingston the Conqueror.
I'm sorry. I'm putting that on the list. Kingston. And
Who are you now? You're supposed to be that man. Boy, you look funny to me. Where's the real one? Where is American of Captain?
You sound remind me of that In Love and Color.
That's exactly yes.
Here's an interesting question. I don't think I've ever asked you, fam. When did you discover that you could pick up different accents and voices? And was that something young or?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It's just been like that.
It's stuff. Yeah, we just mimicking. Me and my friends always speaking like movie quotes.
Right.
Hey, look, I ain't coming home no more. Take it easy. And it just always was that. And then it's always like, yo, you sound just like that nigga, yo.
Yeah.
For real. And then you know what it is. You going for the laugh. So you know what I mean? You kind
keep
of
it going.
And you mimic something you see. You sound like Cleo the Conqueror is amazing.
That's the thing. I was gonna say "Call Me Now," but I can't do the voice like she does, so it would sound ridiculous.
The funny part is, from a homeboy that I'm talking about, that we were always talking these movie quotes. This nigga, Pensacola, Florida, and when we was chilling, his accent was much heavier, and every voice he would do just sound like an Indian man.
Yeah.
His English man sound like
different variants of a Scottish person. Yeah, that's me trying to do accents all the time. It's a mess.
Just go up.
It's different octaves of the same thing.
Like if you're staying here, it's Jamaican, but if you go up top,
that's a leprechaun.
I am Irish.
That's fine. I'm with that. Should do an Angela Bassett impression. That's a lot. Which Angela Bassett?
I don't know. I don't know.
Can you do a Wakandan accent?
I haven't tried.
I felt bad. You could tell how when people don't like, because I guess a lot. I realize that people don't nerd out the way I nerd out. Like when I'm watching a movie, and I've been like this ever since Batman came out. I had to have the official Batman, everything you need to know about the Batman movie. I just like geeking out on that type of stuff. So like I knew
Eric Voss is my friend.
That's what I'm saying.
Like that, at this point, Eric Voss is my family.
I knew, and plus I had to do the research, but like I knew that the Wakandan accent, like everything in Wakanda what they were trying to do is it wasn't like this is one region of Africa that we're doing. We ain't talking about wrestling yet. It's not one region of Africa we're doing. We're just taking different things from different parts of Africa and putting it together. And I think they might have done that with the dialect as well. And I saw something online. It was one of them podcasts. It was a bunch of black folks. I think the one guy was Nigerian and they may have been African, but they were like, have you ever, what is, like, they were so perplexed about the Wakanda. They were so perplexed about the Wakandan accent. I'm like, people, 2 movies in and people don't realize like that they didn't just take like a Nigerian accent or a J. How is a Jey Uso impression hard?
I don't think so.
I feel like he would sound like one of my cousins.
Right. All of my cousins.
I'm more of a horror movie lady.
Nigga, the nigga in Oakland, that nigga, I talked about it here. I thought, yeah, he talking about Ryan Coogler.
Right.
Listening to the official Black Panther podcast, right, which is Ta-Nehisi Coates, who's from Baltimore, like.
You have met we did have
and then Ron Coogler right here. Yo, my nigga, when I tell you it was accent on accent on accent.
So we was filming the scene and right there I got 2 cameras coming down and the way the shot set up, it's like, yo,
Coach, we could never do it without him, so we had to Coach, we had to, you know what I'm saying?
In the water and the way, you know.
And then Ta-Nehisi Coates is one of the most like wordy, articulate, but the Baltimore is strong with that gentleman. God,
I don't know if I've ever listened to him speak like that.
You know how like when I get drunk?
No, oh yes, yeah. He's like that walking around regular.
He sound like so.
Stop it. I gotta listen to this. I don't think I've ever heard him like really speak.
You would to be honest, you would probably love the Wakanda Forever John.
Yeah, I should check that out.
Yeah,
I like Ta-Nehisi. I like his writing. I read a lot of this. His shit is long. He write fucking essays, but
that's what I'm saying. And then him, and then, like I want him. Like you're not gonna say whore. Like you know what I'm saying?
We're the whore.
Yeah.
BVD Noise. Salute to anybody watching BVD Noise. Actually, you know what? Ken Lewis saying that he watched the BVD Noise lets me know that he's paying the 1 or paying the 10 because that ain't even hitting YouTube until a minute from now. It'll be a minute.
Next Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be a minute from now. I'm sorry. He was busy.
Look, Brock say Coach sound like he just left a wire. You know the funny part about that is all them niggas in the wire is New York niggas, except for Snoop and that goddamn captain, that goddamn white dude, Valcheck. Yeah, Valtrex ain't say he sound like he from like down the street from Jimmy's Famous.
Valtrex sound like that'll help you get the itch out your groin. Is it?
I think it is, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't lost
or is it the herpes?
It sounds like something that would help something with your nether. I had a question though. If Ta-Nehisi Coates was going to the Wire audition, what character was he reading for?
It had to be it had to be Stringer, right?
Do you think is
just from looking at him because he don't like looking at I don't see street nigga, right?
Well, I was gonna say like, could he be Daniels? Could he be the
wasn't old enough?
He was a young nigga.
He's
a tall man though.
He
right?
is. Maybe if they what's his name was I don't even remember what shorty from the Go-Go band. Slim Charles. He could have been Slim Charles, but just Slim Charles wouldn't have been from DC no more.
Could he?
He had to. Now, if you want to know what a DC accent sound like,
that's Slim Charles.
Hey, young Joe the Bull, older Joan the Bammers out there, Joan Jive, Frank, all that. Like that's.
I really want to rewatch The Wire. I really need to.
What about the We Own the City show?
I haven't gone through it all.
Oh, okay.
I hear it's really good. I was listening to somebody talk about it the other day. I just haven't.
I just don't know because John Bernthal does, I think, the white Baltimore accent fam. Like,
is he White Mike? No, he's not White Mike. Danny Ocean.
Danny Ocean.
He hits that.
Danny Ocean on take me a shower.
I think he's from like DC. I think.
Speaking of which, I'm not drinking natty booze, but there's a Guinness. It's a Guinness joint right down the avenue.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's Baltimore Blonde.
It's Guinness, or it's like a.
There's a Guinness factory here, and so this is a Baltimore Blonde from the Guinness factory.
But it's a stout. What's that?
Nah, it's a blonde. Blonde is a type of beer. It is.
So because I don't like Guinness at all. What I'd like, I don't know.
It's.
My wife loves Guinness. I don't know if I'm
Let's read the copy.
Thank you.
Baltimore Blonde, citrusy with a refreshing finish from the only brewery on earth that combines over 260 years of Irish brewing experience and American beer creativity.
Shit, sound like something John Bernthal be drinking.
Oh, that is the Punisher is in that show.
The Punisher, that's him.
Apparently, his accent's like, "What we got here, huh?"
I really need to watch. I need to take some time and watch.
I've only seen one scene where it's like, "We got some damn super cop here." Like, it's just like
I have to. I now don't want to hear it.
We may get in trouble. I don't know. YouTube is clamping down on everything. I don't know if they will let me. It's weird. Stouts. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't like stouts. I'm not. I know I don't drink IPAs all the time. Yeah. I drink Heinekens, y'all. Like, this is what I drink. If a blonde is close to a Heineken, I'll drink it. But if it's not, then leave that shit on the shelf. If it's not this, it's a cold Beck's. My fault.
Nope,
I will say.
Not twist off. Not have an opener present.
I got one. You need it?
Yeah.
If he just threw it through.
Yeah, that's the one I use too. That's
just like
the Sam Adams.
Nah.
It's a
little classier. Give me a second.
Yeah, this is the only one I got down here. I thought I had another one down here, but that shit might be elsewhere. Spoiler alert: no Mimi tonight. She's being bad and bougie on the town. That's no Kappa. Shouts to Mimi though. I don't know where Math will be around soon. We'll get peace to Steve. Shout out to the chat. Blondes or ales? I would like a blonde. Thank you. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Ken Lewis, hold on. Have you ever saw the Heineken that had? Yeah, I've tried a number of different Heinekens. Of course, it's Old Faithful, but I've tried the Heineken Light. I'm not a big fan of that. The Heineken 0%, the Heineken no alcohol.
This week or the week before, because they got Ant-Man hawking Heineken with no alcohol.
I finally saw that commercial the other day. It's weird.
It makes like no sense.
Yeah. Damn. Oh, there you go. That makes sense.
Yeah, you already know.
That makes sense. That's what I need to start doing. I'm on eBay. I need to get a Devil's bottle opener.
What up, Steve?
Yeah, Steve in the chat going.
Got Scuba Steve. What up, Corey?
Peace to Corey.
Corey, you coming outside Sunday?
You better come outside Sunday. Wait, Sean said go to. No, I've gone to the brewery before and gotten a flight. What's it called? Triumph in Princeton, New Jersey. It's a chill little spot down there. I ain't been there in a minute though, but they got a nice little spot. You can buy like whole jugs of the beer from there, but you can get a flight but that's the thing, like even when I get a flight at a certain point I'm like, I like these two.
Hey Corey, I'm hoping you're watching this on your phone so you don't have to look at the back of it. So never stop. This will never stop.
Terrible. Every day, all day.
No, because all right, so here's the thing. People here, the local so the closest team to me, of course, is Baltimore Ravens. Right? Down the road, the other way, second closest team is the Commanders, as they're known now. And my whole life has been, Redskins, Cowboys, Cowboys, and Indians. That's been that like growing up. That was the biggest rivalry in sports to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the last, I'd say, probably 20 years, I ain't cared that much about the goddamn that rivalry to DC. It's been us and the Eagles.
Yeah,
the NFC champions.
He said, "I'll hang up." I like some IPAs. My wife, she'll let me try because she's a big IPA drinker, so I'll try some with her every now and again. But I don't prefer them.
Really, IPAs taste like how I imagine a dropkick would feel.
No, that's the thing. I'm very I drink Heineken, y'all. This is what I drink all the time. I'm not. Some IPAs are cool.
They be like, I'm really into the hops, nigga. You hop away from here with them nasty beers.
I like drinking beer, so I'll try damn near anything.
Yeah, something wheat, something ale.
I've had wheat beer before. I think I like wheat beer. I don't know what
that cherry wheat that Sam Adams puts out in the fall is really good.
A cherry wheat. I need to find a consistent.
Here we go. Look at your man.
Fans are the worst. Never had an issue with them until I met them.
Yeah, big baller Chris Brown was he was at the I don't even know. Are we allowed to say Super Bowl? He was at the big game.
He was at the.
I hate that you can't say Super Bowl, yo.
Why?
In commercials, trademark. You can't. Yeah, you can't say Super Bowl. They be like,
that's why that's literally like the big game was created was because people.
You can't say Super Bowl because it's trademarked.
Yeah,
that's correct.
That's weird.
So, shout out to brother Chris Brown. He looks out for my little man from time to time. This was Lil Yo on Sunday.
There you go.
First of all, look at the mustache on that kid.
Nah, that's a whole man right there.
Right, this is the closing seconds of the game.
Oh, he was hype. Yeah, he threw up the one. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, Shorty was quite content. And then he went upstairs and played Dreams and Nightmares. And I couldn't have been prouder. This is the pettiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I cried laughing.
That and Creed are the only times I would probably want to hear Meek Mill. Because in Creed, when he's running down the street and the kids on the ATVs are driving right behind him, that's the only time I want to hear.
Wait, this is great. I love this because they were supposed to.
Let's see. Well, I'm trying to remember. Me and Tony Brown didn't watch that match that long. It wasn't that match long ago.
It wasn't that long ago, yeah. But yeah, I mean, they were supposed to be.
No, because what's his name? Otis, what's my man name? Curtis, what's his name? Jimmy, Bill, Ralph. What's the other nigga? The rapping dude.
Mo.
Nah.
Oscar.
Yeah, it was Oscar. Nah, he wasn't it. You see that purple hat he got on from Oak Tree?
They were supposed to be tag team champions. They won them.
Wow, why Mo face was so old, yo? Mo looked 57.
Mo always look old. Look at him.
That's what I'm saying. Mo looked like he barbecue. You hear me?
Let me find the post because they won the tag titles. It was I can't remember the whole goddamn story. Tag team champ. Fuck it up. If anybody in the chat knows the story. Because it was some off shit. What happened? Fuck! I can't find it. It's a really random ass story though. I think won them on a house show and they lost them 2 days later. But the thing is, there was no video, and it was never really acknowledged. So the one post I was reading, it was like they had to it took them years to get to the source to talk to Mo and talk to Mabel to say, did y'all actually hold the title? Because it was just but it's like the photo with Bad News Brown. He held the title at one point. See, look at Corey. I know Corey knows the story. I couldn't remember the story. I'm sorry.
Corey knows the story in all of his glory. You're like,
let me find this photo of Bad News Brown as champion again.
Oh man, real life karate man.
A whole karate man as a WWF champion.
Hey yo,
I would have cried.
Imagine if he did that Arsenio Hall interview nowadays. They'd have canceled that nigga.
Yeah, it would have been a wrap. Especially they would have canceled him because of that skin tight vest he had on.
No, the unmitigated gall of him calling I don't need like. He was calling them like sissy and punk, you know. For gay back in the day, like
it was definitely a late '80s, early '90s.
He was calling Arsenio. Oh, I seen you and Eddie Murphy together. Like I was like, oh, you gotta chill out, Bad News Brown, because that might be true. But
is it recognized, Corey? Men on a Mission are recognized as tag team champions.
And then, where you think Arsenio Hall is like, I know you ain't talking about that vest and no shirt, like.
Or if you don't get out of here, you dress like Demolition right now.
Yeah.
Don't you play in your drawers every weekend? Like with other men. Like, you know what I mean? It could have been bad, but Arsenio Hall just was like, don't you keep calling me gay, because, you know what I mean? We can fight.
Why were the Quebecers ever tag champions, yo? They're like 3-time champions.
Because what's his name was a great character.
The Quebecers, though?
Jacques Rougeau was a great character. Raymond, not so much.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. Pierre at the time, I'm trash, big trash. Hold up, where's this?
Now we had to go to jail.
Oh, because the Quebecers are Jacques and PCO. Because the Rougeaus were Raymond and Jacques. Yeah. So the Quebecers, when it was just the one Rougeau and the guy who went on to be, who is now known as PCO.
Yeah, that was Pierre.
I've seen PCO wrestle live.
Word?
Yeah, probably at ROH, right?
Yes.
What year was this?
You know how you watching a death match is cringy because you know people are really getting hurt?
Yeah.
Watching a very, very old brittle man do insane spots feels the same way.
Yeah, he would. Well, he had that crazy renaissance, or I say resurgence at that like Joey Janela Spring Break weekend. Him and Walter had a match, and that like people like you still got it, and that led to him have this whole run.
Y'all wrestling niggas, and you still got it, a nigga to the grave too.
Right.
He'll hit like a moonsault and literally hit his neck on the ground and like still get back up and be like perfectly fine, which is why the whole like PCO is not human thing started to become like his character, like he was Frankenstein. But because
the buy-in is I don't want this old brittle dude to get hurt, and then you be sitting there like, that's how you watch the match.
Right.
And like the dives to the outside with no one to catch him purposely, like that's the appeal. Yeah, it's like he'll just take a flat back pump straight to the
like Gypsy Joe.
Hey, that's the kind of stuff Chris Brown don't like, and I was like, you know what, you might be right, Chris Brown.
Like New Jack beating on Gypsy Joe.
Yeah, I'm not watching that.
I watched it twice.
I know.
I'm not watching it again. I can't. I've already watched it enough. There's no reason to go back to it. Once I watched the uncut version, it was a wrap. One match I've never been able to see, though. I want to see this shit. Look at that.
I'm a real karate man. I'm tired of y'all disrespecting me, putting me on Arsenio Hall.
The tears I would have cried if I would have seen Bad News on my TV as a world champion.
Yo, Bad News Brown don't look like he know a nigga named Jim, let alone go to the gym. God, I mean, I ain't.
Hey man,
and then came on. Oh yeah, all right, yeah.
He said he didn't need a 6-pack to hit an enziguri.
God dang right. And it was an enziguri, like the capital N.
That may be the name of the episode. The enziguri.
Big N. Capital N.
Capital N.
Hashtag capital N.
We put that in the chat. Yeah, let me know you're awake in the chat. Hashtag capital N in the
chat.
Hey
man, when we get off the air, I have a shirt idea. When we start recording, remind me to tell you. It's something different. My cousin would not approve.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Rock. I checked. They do. They're officially in the ranking. They're in between Quebecers' title reigns. They won it randomly in England. I wonder what them people were saying.
Ew. I don't know if Vince ever cared about tag team wrestling.
This is all English people?
Really?
It's gotta be. I mean, it was on the English tour. They won it.
That joke looked like they on the side of a Walmart.
They won it in England and they lost it in Sheffield. I don't know. I'm assuming this would have been. Does this look like before or after a match?
That's definitely a Wilson brand leather. Oscar got on. Wilson, I hate the smell. I hated the smell of Wilson leather, yo.
Yeah, that shit look nasty. Shouts to the ends in the chat.
In Shiguri, the Chronicles of the Ghetto Blaster.
That's good. I like that. I don't know. Is that too much for a Black Rasslin episode name?
No, it definitely ain't.
Bad News Brown theme should have been Nan by Trick Daddy and Trina. Like, that man was done at that point. Unfortunately.
Yo, there's this video of this black dude, right? He built just like Bad News Brown. He a lot darker though, and he's obviously Southern.
Yeah.
The nigga come out. He come from the side of the screen. There's two little boys in there sitting there. The nigga come out there with his shirt on. He built just like Bad News right there. He just got a washcloth on. He said, boy, y'all mama got damn freak. I saw the video one time. It's one of the funniest.
I hate when I can't find a video. I hate when I can't find a video. I seen it
one time and I can never goddamn find it. But that nigga he come out with a wash rag. Boy, y'all mama goddamn freak. Y'all gotta stab him right now.
You're right. Yeah,
you gotta stab that nigga right now, Jody.
So the whole TV ad.
Other Jody.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shit. This is from a Monday Night Raw or a Super in England?
Huh.
Or did they win the title and or did they beat the people that had the titles and they posed with the titles? I think what's the Royal Concert? I if I'm not mistaken, the first time I read this article on the story of this photo was with it. So I'm assuming this photo is actually from the tour.
That's the best. That's the best one. That's the top 5 belt for me. That tag team belt here.
The WWF tag team titles at that time. Yeah, that belt is hard.
Yes, that's a top 5 belt for me.
That belt is super
I love
hard.
that belt.
Yeah, that shit is hard. Actually, it looks better here, low key. It's got a little bit of color in there, not too much.
Right.
Yeah, the globe is blue in the red world. Yeah.
It looks like it says, yeah, that's interesting. I like those. The one time, I don't know, Mabel's title, the L in it looks. I don't know if it's the angle.
It's like an H almost at the end there.
Yeah, it looked like somebody fell asleep when they was doing the end of the tattoo on that one. Shouts to Shelly Belly.
Shelly Belly.
I'm sorry. Let me get the damn men on the mission on. I don't know where or when Brother Matthews is coming through. I also you there's not. I can't imagine we're gonna have a lot to say about it, but the other day news came through that Jerry Jarrett passed away. I dare I say a legend. I think I didn't realize how much Jerry Jarrett had done until I saw the Memphis Heat documentary on Memphis wrestling and that era of them being on TV all the time. But it again when somebody
Vince's
passed,
final boss.
He was when
that was
Vince,
the last nigga Vince killed.
When Vince was gonna go, when Vince thought he was gonna go away for the steroid trials. Jarrett was one of those guys who may have took the seat at that point. Like he's been around for a bit. He's seen a lot of things. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you. Corey confirmed because Corey, the man with the plan, knows that this is the one that should be from England. Well, he said he believes it's from England, so Corey don't even know. No, yeah, Jerry Jarrett did a lot though. I think. It's go back and do the knowledge. I mean, you're going to be looking at a lot of late 70s, early 80s Memphis wrestling, but as some matter of fact, just watch the Andy Kaufman shit.
Mm-hmm. Again, even TNA after WCW folds, him and Jeff started up as someone else has to start something for people to go work at who aren't going to make it there, and Jeff kind of pushed him out later on, but he was still instrumental in TNA starting. Facts.
If it wasn't for Jerry Jarrett, USWA wouldn't exist, which means that we wouldn't have gotten the rare grainy footage of New Jack and Undertaker wrestling each other in a match, not once but twice. I think it was twice in USWA. A random ass weekend. It was a flag match. They had a what was the shit called? It was the Malcolm X flag. I forget what they called it. They made a flag, and the people in the South got so mad. They got so mad because they didn't want to see a white man not have the Confederate flag. I don't know. We're getting too much into plays. Should we start the show? I don't know where or when your cousin gonna come through. So
might as well.
We might as well. That's not me. Let's get to the damn show.
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another action-packed card of All-Star Wrestling.
Damn, people in the chat asking questions. Welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast. Peace to BRP. Clearly, God's still working on this. Or is it YouTube? I don't know, because every time I turn around, it's another word you can or can't say 15 seconds into a video and putting them into the title or on the thumbnail or in the description or in your will or something. I don't know. These all jokes, YouTube. I'm trying. We trying. Clearly, God is still working on us. As always, it's your boy Cal. Shit, I'm representing a bunch of things. RockTheDub.com, the Buffy, Black Rasslin, and all points in between. As you can see, some of the squad is on the line. We here, brother fam. Please say what's good to the people, yo.
Hey man, L579 on your social media choice, aka Eddie Kane the Conqueror. Cause nights like this, I wish Ant-Man will fall.
Why is that the name of the episode? That's the name, Eddie Kane the Conqueror? And that's I'm sorry, that's the second time we Sorry, Drip.
No, it's all right. Davis, aka Drip, the J White Boy BRP, host of White Noise. You know what it is. After this Sunday, a 3-time BRP predictions champion.
I guess.
I think that hat will pick the champion before you do.
So right now,
wait, do you even have the belt?
No, I got word from Math that the belt is on the way.
Because I still have the old belt.
Yeah, I don't have any belt right now. I'm the champ. I'm 5-time champ. The thing is, if the belt's coming my way and I lose it this weekend, I at least got to hold on to the belt for one, because I haven't held on to the belt
for this reign. Yeah.
Oh, I need to have it on once.
The thing is standing between show and total supremacy.
Nah, big facts. I need another pen over here. Eddie Kang the Conqueror. Peace to Math, peace to Mimi.
Yes, sir.
I did want to say
Mimi is is starting a music video.
Yeah. Mimi is scouting out the set for Reign of 2 right now.
Mimi is in this Nelly's follow up the tip drill.
Okay.
This is tip drill. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Mimi is not naked in the video. No. She's just standing on the side.
She's the one doing the sliding.
No, she like I said, she was literally scouting. She was like, "Oh, this location look good right here." Yeah, see, look, they doing something over there. Look, yeah, you can see him. Nah, shouts to Mimi, shouts to Math. Peace to Steph Hardy from the Hardy Wrestling Podcast. Shouts out to those wrestling girls. One sec. I saw we were over there the other day. You can go check it out on her YouTube. Check it out on our YouTube. Go subscribe to her. Check her out for some dope wrestling opinions. Shouts to those wrestling girls being in the building. I did want to say,
and which wrestling girl is that behind that account? Which wrestling girl is it?
That's a very good question. That is a very good question.
I would say Queen PR.
I don't know who pops in on it. It's when there's multiple people on the pod, it's hard to know. But no, I'd seen something on their timeline earlier this week. It was rest in peace to Cammy D. It's wild times, random things, just pop up on the timeline. You don't want to see things like that. I mean, I don't want to dwell too much on things, but I did want to shout out the Miss Kamilah Okafor Memorial Scholarship. I'm going to drop a link in the chat. That's a dope project. They give a scholarship every year for creative writing. It looks like it was something that was established in her name in the spring of 2017. Has been going on ever since. The scholarship goes to graduating seniors from a Kern County High School district school. Again, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. You can put some money if you want to donate to the scholarship or anything like that. Again, rest in peace of Cammy D. If you knew, you knew, and so it's always rough when we lose somebody from the community. So shouts to y'all, shouts to those wrestling girls, shouts to Hardy. Let's get to some wrestling. Now, I'm sorry if you tune into the Black Rasslin Podcast for a lot of AEW talk. I don't think that's going to be.
Our show should have been better this week.
Yeah, it's not our fault that y'all show's kind of whack, and it's also, I'm not saying whack, but like this week it was definitely kind of off. I want to talk about Raw, but is there like a particular thing about Raw we want to talk about first?
Cody and
you want to talk Cody and Sammy?
Cody and Sammy, they were good. Yo, listen, Cody's on a roll.
Cody Rhodes,
banger after banger after banger.
Every time this man gets it, like he's 2 for 2 this week. I mean this month in terms of last week with Heyman, this week with Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's trying to poke holes in the Bloodline story, because I mean, who's he going to be in the ring with next? Jimmy? Like how far is this going to go? But it's dope to see him be able to, for real. It's dope to see him be able to tell his story. You didn't see that, fam?
Nah.
All right, so for some, how the NWO used to spray paint their victims?
Yeah.
Toni Storm and Saraya they've been spraying their opponents with green spray paint.
They did it to the Renegades when they beat them.
Yes, the Renegade Twins. They spray paint L's on people. Yeah. This week, Toni Storm was in the triple threat match with Ruby Soho and Britt Baker. And Britt Baker was in the corner. Like, what was the Bronco Buster? She was in the, I'm going to receive a Bronco Buster position.
She was, lay on the seated in the corner. And
yeah, she was.
Does that hip attack. So,
Saraya came into the Toni Storm stuck her ass out. And Saraya went and, misted an L on her ass. So Toni Storm could then sit her ass in Britt Baker's face and put an L on it. I don't think the paint even.
It didn't seem to work at all.
It was. I don't know. That's kind of the level.
Like most things during the episode.
I was gonna say that's kind of a great example of the lack of quality in that episode.
For the second week in a row. But yeah, I mean, back to Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn.
Cody's got some good dance partners, because Sammy was out there. He rapping. He was out there pleading for his life about, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's
I'm a hoe. I'm a hoe out shit. Cody's like, you ain't a hoe. I think you ain't a hoe. Matter of fact, you ain't no hoe.
You got too much hair on your face to be a hoe. No, I don't know.
It's some hairy face hoes out here.
Where do we think this goes? Because Sammy's fighting for the title
L's
at
all
Elimination
around,
Chamber?
champ. L's all around.
But do you think they did? Because do you think they did this just to stoke the fire on the people who were talking about Roman having a?
That's the point.
Because I'm still not sold on that. I'm still not sold on Roman defending a title each night yet. Because I don't know, it's hard to know what they're going to do after Elimination Chamber with this Sammy situation. Now, Sammy's pointing at the damn WrestleMania sign, like he's talking like he wants to get to the big dance too.
I know they're supposed to do it, but I don't know why it feels like the points have felt worse this year. The points have been egregious this year.
In regards to why people want to go to WrestleMania. Yeah, well, it's a lot. If you go through, fun fact, one thing I do to prep for these shows is I go to WWE.com. I check out the episode of Raw. I look at the photos. If you look at the photos for this week's episode of Raw, there's at least 3 or 4 points. I mean, look, bam, like he and like I said, it's hard
like
to
Mick
know.
Foley finger, by the way. It looks like Mick Foley's finger. I don't know why.
Ken Lou said that. Meal said at that some point during the commercial break, Sammy was pulling his hair out and basically fighting himself over the matter of beating Roman. I mean, it's Sammy's working. Sammy's been good lately. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not surprised that he's good in this role. It's just tough to it's hard to believe that WWE is actually going to give him that spot.
Well, they're not, and that's why again there's a whole argument on Turnbuckle Talk with Mimi and Corey about how much of a disservice Monday did to what Sammy did on Friday. About how on Friday Sami Zayn stood up for himself, confronted Paul Heyman, said at Elimination Chamber in Montreal, "I will take what Roman Reigns holds dearly, and then this will all start to crumble after that." But come Monday, Cody Rhodes in the picture, Sami Zayn has that doubt that finally is creeped into his mind, and it takes Cody Rhodes to bring out his confidence and all that. And people are saying like that's so Cody Rhodes can acknowledge the elephant in the room, which is the Sami Zayn element of the Roman Reigns feud that everyone's wanting to see. And everyone is right that like Cody Rhodes isn't being booed. He has not been looked at as a negative part of the story. He still gets a reaction. Will this Roman Reigns story matter once it's kicked into high gear for real? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But the crowd isn't against Cody Rhodes at all. Right. And I think that it helped really that he was gone most of last year. He came in, had the great return, beat Seth Rollins 3 times in a row. The crowd was still behind him. Who knows if they would have been after that, depending on what his situation would have been. We had gone straight to the title right away, or still meandered and simmered until it was time for him to get a title shot. But it worked out for him in the long run, winning the Rumble, because as soon as he got injured, everyone's like, well, the timeline says he should come back and win the Royal Rumble. If it's late May, he gets injured in early June, and he comes back in January and wins. And we all know, like, at no point last year, Roman Reigns is going to lose those titles. So it was always kind of building to that. But what happened was the Bloodline became the best story in terms of the honorary Uso aspect of it. And like you're saying, the company really doesn't believe in Sami Zayn being a challenger one night and Cody Rhodes the next. The Sami Zayn, Jey Uso part of the story is, they'll probably go.
What if this is all a work?
Which part?
The Sami Zayn of it all.
Well, newsflash, all of it is a work.
No, I'm saying, like, what if Sammy is a double agent right now?
That would be hard.
What if this is all a grand scheme to then fuck Cody over at some point? And
I
maybe
thought the
in the
opposite,
big match.
to be honest.
I thought Sammy would be the biggest heel of all time.
What I thought would happen would be,
I would love it.
Cody Rhodes cost Sami Zayn the match, and then they get mad at that. Like that's the they're gonna they wouldn't turn Cody Rhodes heel. I'm like that idea doesn't make sense. But I was like,
I don't think he's going to heel.
Yeah, that's I'm like, the only idea isn't like Roman Reigns beats Sammy straight up, like what's going to happen anyway, and it's just Sammy. I mean, it's just Roman Cody, and it's like,
but does Roman does he like beat this nigga up?
That's what we'll have to wait at some point. Yeah, but like,
no, I'm talking about Saturday.
Yeah, I was going to say I was looking at the Elimination Chamber stuff on WWE.com, and I think they specifically mentioned that the Bloodline supposed to be at
Red
ringside.
herring.
How did they word it? At Elimination Chamber, Roman Reigns will look to destroy Sami Zayn in front of his former honorary Usos home crowd. So yeah, I can't tell if it's going to be he may actually try and steal the title, or if this is just going to be Roman Reigns punishing him for 17, 18 minutes, and then
it'll most likely be that.
Now, do we further things because we got to see Jay, right?
Red herring.
That's what I mean. At some point, they try like Sami Zayn just gets his ass kicked. Maybe tries somewhat of a comeback. Roman Reigns wins, and Jey Uso maybe stops like a beatdown after the match,
right?
And they keep that going on with Roman and Jay. Like, you already won. Let's just leave him be now. It's over with. It's done. He ain't an Uso anymore. You're still champ. It's on to this guy now. Like, we just leave this guy be.
Cody Rhodes really don't. If the Bloodline were to attack him today, who's riding for Cody?
No,
probably Kevin Owens.
He may have to, yeah.
By proxy, though. Well, not by like I got your back, Cody, only because it's like to take down.
I don't think them DUIs was felonies. He should be fine.
Yeah, that's a good. Do we have? Are there any lawyers in the chat? I would love to know. That's a good question, though.
The nigga that asked the questions a lawyer.
I was just about to say, what do you mean?
You was going to say the nigga in the chat? That's a lawyer asked the question.
I will say this: he's not the lawyer I could ask because he don't know shit.
Oh gosh.
Do they do a reverse Montreal screw job?
No. Nothing crazy's happening.
Oh, the club is
between Roman and
because
the club is Cody's. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. I mean, hey, it's an affiliation.
They were somewhat, but he was out and he was in when they were out. Was the thing like he doesn't have a kinship with them, with the exception of like guys who have been patched into
but that damn coded language. We've walked down the same roads, brother. You've been the same places I've been. You bled the same places I've bled. Like they could pull that shit out their ass.
They only give a fuck about the paychecks and that's like that's why they've been on TV without AJ.
If WWE low key has a hard on for people doing this shit though.
See, all pro wrestling does.
Yeah. I'm saying, but see that Hikuleu, Jay White, that image with them choking and that shit was all over my timeline. WWE probably saw that shit and they want that same shit too. Come on, brother.
They had it with AJ and Finn, and then they botched it.
But the one thing with the club is Cody is kind of square. Like I don't think, I'm saying they don't mesh. Like is Cody going to dress down or are they going to dress up?
No, don't forget. That's why, like, once AEW started, he basically kind of took himself out of the elite because he was like, I really don't fit in with these guys anymore now. I got to stand on my own. And it was so weird that he was doing that by distancing himself. Because are they going to dress up or is he going to dress down? But the whole time when they were together, he was still the dude in the suit.
They're teaming up on the house shows, though. When was the last time they teamed up on the house shows? It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. I'm with it though. It's interesting. If he needs people, do we want Brandy in WWE?
I was gonna say the same. Do we?
No.
Do we? I mean, listen.
She be a valet, or would she go back to?
Come on, Cal.
I'm saying, like,
be serious, Cal.
What was her name? Eden.
Eden Styles.
She was Eden.
Styles.
Well, because she ever
come out as Brandy at the end before they left?
No.
She was always Eden. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Eden Rhodes.
That sounds crazy. No,
come to the stage. Get your dollars ready, gentlemen. Sorry.
She was wrestling, right? Like when she like actually trying to wrestle when she was she was training to wrestle. Is she going to try and be a backstage interviewer? Cody Rhodes doesn't need a manager.
Even he knows, and he's number one supporter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, where does Brandy Rhodes even fit at this point? If she wants to be in WWE, what would she be down to do?
I think he was saying that they're gonna call her Brandy. They're not gonna call her no Eden.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now, if she getting Bianca face, she is canceled.
Brandy Rhodes.
Hey, y'all see Bianca come out with them hips. Oh, fingers on chick.
I don't need that. I'm sorry. I don't need that in the WWE. I'm sorry.
I just heard Lil Wayne when she walked out. Wobbly. Listen to Lil Wayne music.
No, I'm good. I'm A-okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. Why though?
Because we'll piss people off.
It's
People hate Brandy.
No, people hate Brandy. It's one of those things though where I could see it's a cool joke until y'all start getting pissed off about
That's
it.
That's everything in wrestling Twitter. Though.
It's Bray Wyatt.
The timeline sucks, man.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why.
The day I saw people, is this Bray Wyatt thing going on too long? I'm like, yeah, duh. Like, never mind.
When all the hints were dropping, like, I can't wait for this to be Bray Wyatt. And now that he's back, it's like, man, this shit sucks. Like, what? You mean to tell me this was going to be good when all like the hints were dropping? Like, you knew Bray Wyatt was going to come back and do the same shit. Like,
but it's wild to think that, because we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. It may have been offline, but the idea of them hiring a specific writer for that build up, the White Rabbit and stuff like that. And when we get to the story, it's a lot of hurry up and wait. And what's Uncle Howdy? That question doesn't get answered for how long, and it's not even really brought up that much.
The longer you wait, the less we'll care.
But you would think that if they had people around that could put this stuff together, that they could put something together at least as compelling as the Bloodline.
No, because what's the Bloodline story? It's an easy story to tell. It's an outsider trying to get in with an actual family.
No, Drip, you're right, but it's like
some guy who's fighting himself who is.
But Bloodline is still
someone
like
else is dressing as this uncle figure, and
there's at least
becomes a monster.
Bloodline at least has a good 3 strong storylines happening at the same time. The key is that it's all happening,
and it's not overly complicated, is what I'm saying. Again, it's just people who were trying to form, people who are family, allowing an outsider into their family and being betrayed.
What I'm saying is the complication is in the amount of stories at the same time. You feel me?
With the Bloodline, you think that works against it?
I think in however many decades of watching WWE, they used to be very good at keeping all of the balls in the air, Pauls, when they're in terms of, how many different stories they're juggling and making sure that they're all coming out the way they need to come out. WrestleMania 4, WrestleMania 5, they were moving the way they should move throughout the year. Now it got to a point where storylines could change every couple months because they had different pay-per-views coming up. So we're getting back to the longer term storytelling. You would think that a story that should be a lot simpler in terms of what the hell's going on with Bray Wyatt could be told in a better fashion over this amount of time.
Every Bray Wyatt story is never simple. So that's the thing.
There's no story. It's a question. Who's Uncle Howdy? There's no real story to this. We're trying to figure out who this figure that he keeps talking about is.
Mm-hmm.
He's not wrestling. He only had a match with LA Knight. Like, you can't fault anybody for saying it, but I'm just surprised that people don't see it initially based off of what we learned in past times of dealing with, these Bray Wyatt programs and layouts or rollouts, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know, man.
I think it's had so many start and stops because of who's been differently, like who's been in control and there being flux, and because I can't believe that this was exactly what they was trying to do. Like what they're doing now
starts when Triple H is back in charge, so there hasn't been stops and starts.
What I mean, but it's been a long time. He's been back for quite a while since in the Triple H. Yeah, he was one of the first big deals. That night that he came out and they did the, the thing in the arena. That's huge. Been cool.
But
you thought that you think that they wanted to take this long to get where they're going? Is Mania, because there's nothing set up for him for Mania that looks like a big deal.
There's not even much. There's not even much for Alexa Bliss. Doesn't even have a match at the pay-per-view. She just wrestled Bianca, and she's a nothing character right now.
Which is why Fame was saying that feud was bad. And they were,
of course,
it's to the disservice to Bianca that she has to carry this nothing feud because
Bianca's new nickname is Despite, because she's great despite what they've been giving her.
Yeah,
she makes the matches good.
Yeah, she.
We care every time she's on TV, but everything she's doing is despite what they're giving her.
and that's because they didn't want to put anyone over her, which rightfully so, because she's the hottest thing going. But they were like, well, we need a new cycle of women for her to face, which is why Dark Asuka is that new potential challenger for her, because it's like, well, she already beat Becky, she already beat Bailey,
but goddamn,
no one's
look
gonna
at this
want
shit.
her to see again. She beat Alexa. It's like, yeah, like
she flung her.
Mm-hmm.
She threw her like a rag doll on top of 6 women. And early in the night, this is what she had on. Like you can't touch Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm.
There, if you look to the right a little bit, there's like a trio of women. The third woman on the right, in between the space between her and the guy. Look at the way she's looking at Bianca. That's how the timeline was looking at Bianca. That's how we all look at Bianca when she steps out there. There's no other women on that roster that are going to touch her right now. Asuka's going to give her a great match, but I'd be very surprised if Asuka beats her.
It's one of those things that at some point someone has to, and that's why I thought it would have been and should have been Rhea, because they could have kept that going for a few months after. But unless it's going to be Asuka to dethrone her, they go back and forth for the months after Mania instead.
It's tough.
Otherwise, it's going to continue to be the same thing where like she feuds with someone new, she retains. Do we care? The match was good, but what's memorable besides that? Not that every feud has to have a memorable moment, but like in the context of like every moment in the Bloodline has mattered, from Jey Uso doesn't like him, he gets the t-shirt, and then so on and so on. It's like they haven't told a great story like that with Bianca since she's been champion.
Let me ask you a question. Is the Bloodline sucking up all the quality storyline capital? Because who else is telling a good story anywhere?
Yeah, I think the question we asked a bit ago was, what are the other stories? I think they're definitely not putting as much into the other stories as the Bloodline, which arguably a number of top titles are wrapped up in the Bloodline, so I can see why.
Well, there is another. there actually is 2 more, but I've been saying this since.
What are the other 2?
Well, I've been saying this since War Games. Again, like the Bloodline story is the only thing that has mattered because it gets the most airtime on 2 shows.
Right.
And everything else, like when you tune, is like, oh, this is somewhat skippable. Like you can skip the rest of Raw and SmackDown and not really miss anything if you watch the Bloodline stuff. But Dom Rey Mysterio is a story that matters, but that's also more so.
But that hasn't been told on TV.
Yeah,
it's been told on like internet and
strictly the timeline.
Exactly, but when they start to build it for an actual match, it will matter because we would have watched Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day. Now, like they've been doing a good job building it on the context outside the context of the show because they're not on the same show anymore. And then the other story is not because the man who makes his 18th return every year is Edge and Beth Phoenix against the Judgment Day. That's the only other like real story, which is the guy who started the faction is back to feuding with them.
I will say this. I like Dominic Mysterio. At least I'll say I like what Dominic Mysterio is doing. Dominic Mysterio is been rehabilitated. I hated him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and not like the good, like I'm supposed to hate him because he's a bad guy hate, but like, yo, get this guy off my TV. He's not good. But now, he's intriguing. He's interesting.
This is what he's needed.
When he started talking about his bed and being down, and the nigga came up with the teardrop and all that. And listen, I loved it. That I love. Because now you leaning into it. Now Tariq is becoming Ghost. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to have a reason. Now you have a reason to hate him because he's talking like this, thinking he's gone through the struggle and all of that. It's, just again, being the son of Rey Mysterio, who is terrible, isn't enough for you to hate him. It's like, but there are a lot of guys who have failed to live up to their father's, legacy, and he's just one of them.
Damn. We don't know that yet, though.
I don't ever see him becoming a world class worker or anything. Like he can do the basic. No, I'm saying like he can do the basics fine, and like again, he gets what is hard to get these days, which is a genuine heel reaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the thing is because He's been around what, 2 years?
It'll
It was
be
like right
3
around the
and
pandemic.
It'll be 3 this year. Yeah.
It'll be 3 this year. We're really like just starting to see him turn into a character. It's not even been a year since he's actually done good things. You know what I'm saying? He may only be a Miz level worker, no disrespect to anybody, but he may not be the worker of his daddy, but he could.
I would even say the Miz might be better than him.
Could he be a world champion?
No. You never know. They made Jinder Mahal champion, so you never know.
But you seen Jinder? Jinder is legit. Jinder can take his shirt off in the match.
But again, Jinder Mahal couldn't talk, and what was his character except like what they were using him as champion for, which is we have TV over here now. We need a face of this country and a face of the company at the same time.
No, you're right, but Jinder still held the world title.
I'm sorry, Rock. Did you just bring up Maximum Male Models as a legit? Cut it out, Rock. Cut it out right now.
That's because everyone's horny for Maxine.
I don't watch any.
I hate Maximum Male Models.
Yeah, I saw it the first week it happened. I said I'm good.
They doing my nigga T-Bone dirty, man.
Whoa. Yeah, y'all could have that. Y'all could keep that. I do not need to watch Maximum Male Models.
T-Bone and Akbar, they doing filthy.
No, you're thinking he was Mace. Donovan Dijak was T-Bar.
T-Bone. Yeah, that's my nigga T-Bone. They doing my
T-Bone,
nigga T-Bone.
yeah. What's wrong with T-Bone? Why they do T-Bone like that?
But yeah, I think those are the other two stories is Dom.
Yo, why them niggas is dressed up? You remember the two niggas they had on Martin that was it Martin?
Yeah.
Where they was they had the tights on and they was
it was Millie and Vanilli.
Yeah.
They were like
that's Maximum Male Models.
Let me find the photo. God damn.
God dang it. Yo, why they doing my nigga T-Bone with the 22 that bad, son? That nigga was an ex-athlete, man.
Damn it. What episode was that? God damn it.
Maximum Male Models is a little too facial hair.
I don't know nothing about that stuff.
I don't know what that means in Alabama.
I don't know nothing about that.
I'm not watching them, yo. No.
I can't do it.
No.
This is someone telling. This is Rock's equivalent of being the elite, and this is when people will be like, "You gotta watch that stupid shit that isn't even on the TV to think it's good." That's what Rock is trying to do.
I'm good.
I don't watch that either.
Yeah.
I'm good on all of that. I cannot. I need to know the name of that Martin episode. If anybody knows the name of the Martin episode where they had Millie and Vanilli, it was they had the two guys with the long braids.
They were dancing, yeah.
Yeah, they were wedding planners.
They were the wedding planners?
Are we sure they were? Because Hustle Man was a wedding planner.
Yeah. You can beat these up, Chief. I don't know why that nigga was smacking them flowers. He beat these up right here like that.
Beating the shit. Wait, Mother of the Bride? It was that up. Hold up. Mother of the Bride.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it right now.
Millie Vanilli. Hold up.
I'm not watching y'all.
I just need the image.
I swear. Y'all different, man. There's no way.
God, I can't find this.
There's no way.
Martin, that's Hustle Man. Gina's mom.
This is more like how Pretty Deadly in NXT dresses, like
Pretty Deadly.
The two English guys.
Pretty ugly.
Super ugly.
Super ugly. No, I think I found the episode. Hold up.
These are tangents. Yo, our tangents are ill.
Super ugly. That was a hard drop.
Basically, that's how the Redacted Dream started dressing when he first debuted. When he had the fucking puffy shirt and
super ugly.
And the actual tights.
MMMs is bad. Gold Dust was at least entertaining, and he bought out Marlena. I guess is that what they going with the little chick?
I don't know.
I'm not watching.
Damn
Maximum Male Models. I'm sorry, fellas.
And at least again, like Dustin Rhodes was like a worker, like
yeah.
Yo, buddy went from commentary, then he got beat up to even dead to being in the revival.
That's the best I could do.
The revival, and then he was he went from revivals to to Maxim. You know what I'm saying? He's a Maxim girl, and this is ridiculous.
That was Millie and Vanilli standing.
Millie and Vanilli, y'all get out of here right now.
I'm sorry, Pretty Deadly. Pretty Ugly will get over on the main roster. Why?
I don't know.
Because that gimmick of like two men, they get their Harry Styles, like that's their appeal. They're British guys who dress androgynous.
What? Why is it? Who's that? What part of Middle America cares about that?
Because they will want to see them get beat up like they have been in NXT.
That's gonna get them over.
Wait and see.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think.
Make it back to what are we? What's the state of NXT? Is it back to black and gold levels?
No.
Well, I mean the fact that they didn't call it a takeover, but they try to put takeover type matches on it.
NXT will. I mean, NXT is the home of Axiom and Carmelo Hayes, and
it's half and half still.
They're always going to give you good matches, but
let's start at the top though. Is Braun really that guy?
Braun, so LA.
You think Braun's?
Is
Braun ready?
Is that T-Bar, yo? Is that T-Bar from
T-Bar? Shouts to T-Bar in the chat, yo. Nah, is Braun ready? Like we talk about people going to the main roster. Do you think Braun Breaker could go to the main roster with the way he's performing on NXT right now, Rock?
It's pretty deadly.
Because I mean, Braun's been a champion for a bit. He's had these matches, but weren't people singing "Braun sucks"?
Nah, the work doesn't get anybody over anymore, brother Rock. I'm sorry, the work doesn't. Look at Ricochet. Ricochet is an amazing in-ring artist.
The work will get them over. Sounds like a recipe for disappointment.
It sounds like you want to list the cannabis albums.
Sound like you'll be drinking Steel Reserve with me if you think the work's gonna get them over.
Yeah, right.
Vengeance Day. If they could put on more pay-per-views in those bigger arenas and have crowds starting to react
that's what
to
they
them.
need. They get like who were the people they put on black and gold type talent, but on NXT TV, it's still the people who are the super cartoony characters from 2.0 that are either still prominent or that they have nothing else to do with them.
Yeah, I'm convinced. T-Man, if you tell me you're not T-Bar, I'm convinced you're T-Bar.
Fair enough. And if you don't tell us you're not T-Bar, I'm convinced you T-Bar.
Yeah, you T-Bar.
Yeah, it's T-Bar.
You might as well change your YouTube name to T-Bar at this point. I'm sorry. Yep. I don't make the rules. I'll just enforce them. I can't watch that, Emmett. He been there too long. We just been waiting on the mellow man. Well, that's the thing. They don't like. You would think they have to feel ready for Braun to make that leap up to the main roster.
And then
if Carmelo beats him, like he can't just be there in NXT as a mid card champion. He's gonna what scene does he go in exactly on the main roster?
That's the thing. It's like I don't know
he could be IC champion. He could face Gunter. He could face Austin Theory for the US title.
I feel like you kind of got to aim him high.
Not right away. You can't.
How high?
I don't think he's beating Roman Reigns, but I think he's got to make a fairly impactful statement.
Yeah, have him be the guy to beat Gunter.
Well, no, because you pushing Gunter up,
so he needs to drop that title and then move up.
Yeah, but he's got to drop it to somebody legit.
Yeah, the thing is, like
that's how you make him legit.
But you have to. If Gunther loses to Braun, it's a step backwards for Gunther.
Yeah, because I feel like Braun's gonna have to kill him, right? Like he has to he have to destroy Gunther for Gunther, and if you destroy Gunther, then what's the point? That's my only thing. If Gunther's going up, you'd have to do some type of finish in that match where Gunther still looks strong, right?
Yeah, you can have it do where like Braun Breaker loses the first match, but then they have a rematch and he beats him this time. That way, at least like Gunther had beaten him once. It just Braun Breaker got him on the second match.
It's tough. I don't know.
But I think that's better for Wesley. Corey says, sadly, as long as Ricochet has a main roster spot, Wesley will never really have a place up there. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm not. But that's good. I've said this for a long time. It is okay to be an NXT lifer because that main roster ain't the same.
Tell that to Johnny Gargano.
Sport. It ain't the same sport. Stay down there. Y'all, I mean, look, I understand aspiring for greatness, but greatness is a different league. They not playing the same sport, man. The college game got halves. Them niggas got quarters. It's different up there.
But wait, Rock, I don't. Rock says you don't have to be ready. You have to be compelling. Bianca wasn't ready. She was just too good to stay in NXT. I don't know if Braun is at that level.
But no, also at that time in NXT, they would cycle people in to be, it's your turn to be champ now. This person's going up.
So they put her next to Charlotte, and she was not overshined. She was definitely ready when she went up. She was 100% ready.
But on the flip side, I mean, I don't know if Braun is somebody I would call compelling. Him and Apollo had that.
Not on the mic, but in the ring, yeah.
No, but I'm saying like we're best friends, being best buddies while we hate each other. Like that shit was boring.
You said he was facing, again, no offense to Apollo Crews, but that's what's held him back his entire run. This is my point though. I don't think they've done enough with Braun to show that he could even be jumping to the main roster yet. He could, but I think you probably should have hot-shotted him into the Rumble and had him had a good showing in the Rumble first. They didn't do that. He's still got the title, and he's facing fucking Jinder Mahal. They're gonna bet if he loses to Carmelo Hayes at Stand and Deliver, like he's a Monday After Mania debut.
Indeed.
And he probably beats up The Miz or beats up someone like that to solidify himself.
Does it come up as Rex Steiner?
Yeah, my name is Rex, y'all. I'm Rex Steiner. Rex Break Steiner. I don't know. He'll do somewhat. Well, I will say, Corey, Braun Breaker.
He had a better reaction last year. People would, because he was brand new, is what it was.
I was assuming that he was going to go again. I was assuming that they were going to start this push last year, and then
last year he was only like 7 months in.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
It felt like he had moment. Felt like he had momentum.
Yeah.
The way he moves, the way it was going, it feels like this year. I don't want to say it cooled off, but that 2.0, whatever you want to call it, it didn't push him any further. He's really been riding the same momentum. Sometimes maybe even dipping a little bit. But
he has a slate of matches in ring rise to win the people over. Again, like Sam said earlier, ring work still doesn't automatically mean you'll get over with the people, but it's a thing where like, well, Braun Breaker against Austin Theory, that can still be a hell of a match. Just it'll be on Austin Theory to carry that feud because, again, much like Dominic Mysterio, he's someone who can generate real heel heat.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing in NXT. Aside from a Carmelo Hayes, aren't too many people who are dope wrestlers who also have the other side of being really compelling. They put Braun in some interesting positions. We don't really have that for him outside of the ring right now, and that's probably the biggest problem. Braun having the same character arc as Steve Urkel is hilarious. But
his thing is like he pretty much is like basically what Jay Cargill's doing. Like they step in front of him, he knocks him down. Like that's pretty much it. He just doesn't have like the charisma or star factor like Jay Cargill to sell it or sell himself, I should say. Again, he's just
I think that's the thing.
Athlete.
That is one thing we do need to take in consideration is that I believe the landscape should look a lot different after Mania. Because if not, we may be in trouble. I won't say them, but we may be in trouble because it's going to be more of the same. It is going to be a bunch of Roman and the Pips. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not calling the Bloodline the Pips. I'm calling the rest of the roster.
The rest of the roster,
yeah. And I'm enough.
Fam is tapping out on the Bloodline at this point.
Well, not necessarily tapping out, but like, fam, you got to do something different, and you gotta stop holding that scene up. It's like when it's like what's the Ukrainian brothers, the
Klitschko's.
Yeah. It's like when the Klitschko's wouldn't fight each other and they had the belts, they were holding the division hostage.
That's like, when I stopped watching boxing.
If y'all not gonna fight each other, Just get up. You know what I mean? Y'all go and have y'all a bunch of goddamn exhibitions, but we need a championship.
We need real fighters,
and I think that's important. I think this the Bloodline thing is one of the most unique and amazing things we've ever seen. Damn. But it is sucking the blood out of the rest of the show.
Are we on the last legs of the Bloodline?
No, that's the problem.
No. Well, the thing is, you got to think about it. If at the end result of WrestleMania, Roman loses one or both of those titles, that changes the trajectory of the story. It goes from we have to keep me at the head of the table to why he just hit 900. I just saw on Instagram he just hit 900.
And if he's not losing at Mania, they not taking it at WrestleMania backlash.
Nah, if you might as well wait until next year.
Yuck!
I'm saying what
now you'd have to do it either Money in the Bank in England or SummerSlam.
It would be SummerSlam. I don't. There's not too many major pay-per-views where Roman Reigns losing a title after 900 some odd days. It's got to be a WrestleMania. It's got to be a SummerSlam, or it's going to be in Saudi Arabia. This is the state of affairs right now, people.
And mind you, a sale could take place in that time as well.
What Wyclef say? Say what?
Well, the sale would make them probably be like, this guy should still be champ. Like that would probably keep it going more than anything. But I'm
sorry.
I haven't thought about that goddamn song in quite some time.
That shit was kind of hard. I listened to that album more than I want to admit, honestly.
Is that the Carnival?
That was a Carnival, yeah.
The Carnival was good, actually. The Carnival was a good album.
Very, very, very solid album.
Yeah, underrated.
I was gonna say.
Tune in tomorrow for more underrated stuff.
You already know the vibe. I did because we've been talking, and we got to get to other things at some point. But goddamn, this shit right here with I don't know if I want to shout out MSCHF and the Big Red Boots, but
how this nigga got the quilted leather? It looked like leather toilet paper he got on. He really insane. Does. Like the boots are like the eighth thing wrong with the outfit. You know what I'm saying? He got them goddamn great big. The lenses, the frames bigger than the lenses. He got that goddamn Jamaican Bati Boy shirt. The nigga. Corey, I'll fight you over this outfit. If you come somewhere in that outfit, Corey,
that outfit is crazy.
But I'm definitely tripping you in them boots. You definitely not squaring up in them boots.
He actually put it just looks like something he tried to put together though. Like he said, yo, I'm about to make this work. It's not Bianca.
No side ain't.
It's not Bianca. But I don't know. I'm not mad, especially when we got this. A curb stomp in the Big Red Boot is hard.
Yeah. They had to.
A curb stomp in the Big Red Boot is hard.
That joint reminded me of when Dave Chappelle had the half man, half what's the name on? He was, I'm the real black sheep. I'm the black sheep. Like that. They had the Doodaloo 4s on, yo. I hate this nigga, man.
Now, mind you, I think these boots retail for $3-something.
$350.
Yeah.
But that's not what they're on StockX for right now.
Rack City, Rack City.
Literally.
Yeah.
This is live.
Live? It's live, Charlemagne?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah, it could 350 with this morning.
Stay puffed.
And then, so I looked, right? So I looked. So when you went to the MSCHF site, it wasn't just your shoe size. Nigga, you had to know your calf size to buy these boots.
Right. Hold up.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say inseam or like.
No, you have because
I couldn't rock them. I was too thick about the calves.
There's some people that had an issue, but
about thick calves, I'll punch you in your mouth, grown man.
It's a big ass clown boot. It's what was that? A Astro Boy? But look at that shit. Yeah. Look at how I mean, that's a tight fit on the top. It's actually looser around the ankles and foot area. It looks like anyway. Like, look at this. Hold up. Look at the way he's look around his ankle.
It's given.
And how it bunches compared to around the calf. And you have a pant leg going down it. Yes, 1,400 for the Astro Boy 5s. It's not a game. They was on Raw. He curb stomped him.
Yeah,
I thought a whole star was gonna come out that nigga head when he started.
Did y'all see? There's a clip of the guy. Shouts out to the ring crew who have to take off all this fucking felt and shit or whatever, this rug in the ring.
Hey, shout out to Becky Lynch who had to help that nigga take them stupid boots off later that night.
Miz,
go get me, baby. Go get me.
During the commercial break, Miz was selling the curb stomp. And there's video from up in the rafters where you see them like trying to pull up the ring, and Miz is laid out in the ring. The one guy pulling up the rug like lifts Miz over the rug. It was just like really good kayfabe selling.
Oh, he's trying to add it to his acting reel.
When the camera wasn't picking up none of this shit.
That's because remember we was catching niggas messing up during the pandemic era. They would go to break and the camera was still on.
They was like,
yeah.
Y'all niggas, boy, you almost got me on that last.
Where the hell
like,
going to get food?
I think there was one match like they had to legit get back to the headlock just in time. Like, I had you in the headlock before.
Was that a Sasha Banks? I feel like that may have been a Sasha Banks. I think it might have been
an Alexa.
Hey, y'all seen Sasha Banks rapping?
No.
I saw the videos, but I didn't click on them to hear them. I just saw them.
Hey, Monet, that won't it, sweetheart. Listen, I promise you it won't it.
She was rapping?
She was rapping.
We can't play that on the show, can we?
Yeah,
we can't play that.
Hey, listen, you can do all them acting and come down to the ring like they burn fire on your head and all that. That's cool. Leave it. Nah.
Is she in the new season of the show, Mandalorian?
It looked like it.
It looked like it in the post. She's not?
I think they said she wouldn't be returning for this season.
Damn. I know where she's gonna be.
San Jose.
Do you know the way?
Shit, I gotta figure out how to watch this shit. Well, no, I know where to. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Hey, this how late cuz be a real.
Oh
hey,
shit.
He heard Monet and was like
92 minutes.
Hey, cuz
it took this.
Hey, cuz you hear Sasha Banks rapping?
Nah, that's why. Did y'all play it?
Nah, we were debating on if YouTube would kill us if we played it. They would hang the whole channel.
Played that motherfucker.
I don't think we could do it, but it's not copyright. Wait, Darren, if it's not copyright, send the link. Put the link in the chat. Put like a Twitter link or something in the chat.
Put the link on for 2,500.
Because I couldn't find it, and I can't search for it right now.
Put the link in the chat for $1,000.
Wait, Royale said don't play. Royale said don't play it because he got a Royale Big Pooh got a tape drop and he don't want Mercedes Moné bars to mess with him.
Hey, yeah.
Why I gotta normalize telling cute girls?
I'm a quick end, nigga. I just ran through the motherfucking door and hopped on this motherfucker.
What you doing?
I ain't here for long, nigga. I just ran in this bitch.
I was holding all the Ant-Man spoilers till you got here.
Yeah, he ready. He said he about to.
When that shit come out?
Tomorrow. It's out right now.
Yeah, it's
Today,
out
tomorrow.
Hey, I just got back from seeing it.
In the commercial, they say tomorrow, but it's out right now.
Yeah,
Was it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Like how good on the good scale?
You know how we root
goods.
You know how we root. You know how you
goods or two goods. Premium goods.
You wild. You know how we root for the black people on the pay-per-views? We used to anyway.
We'd stop.
We don't stop, but I'm saying you be strategic as shit. What I'm saying is, from what I'm hearing, this is a good black people video. Black people.
I was only strategic once.
Wait, if he's here now, we gotta do the predictions because I already put.
That's what I was thinking. It probably makes sense to just go ahead and talk Elimination Chamber right now, right? This Saturday, where the hell is Elimination Chamber at?
Montreal,
Canada.
Kyle.
That's right. No, I'm dumb. I forgot. I'm sorry.
You literally read the Sami Zayn's hometown. Roman Reigns.
No, but again,
Corey, shut up.
That's why I asked the question. Damn, I'm sorry, Corey. We've been cordial all night. I'm sorry. Yeah. Elimination Chamber.
I let him live. Corey said he'll be outside on Sunday though.
Oh, why?
All right, wait, fam. Is your cousin wearing a fisherman or is that a roll up?
That's a roll.
This a roll up.
Is it? It's a roll up because you got a big hat.
No.
How big is that hat?
It ain't. It's this hat not that big.
Pause. Just in case.
How big is that?
How many rolls is on the hat? That's too many rolls.
That's a regular Scully.
Yeah, that's like 2 rolls. That's not too bad.
That's a regular Scully.
Like the fisherman shits don't fit me right.
That's what not. I wish we had a whole conversation before the show even started. I put the chat onto the fisherman links on the Amazon, courtesy of your cousin. They don't have a proper poster for Elimination Chamber. So Elimination Chamber this weekend in Quebec, Canada.
Who's that pale white man?
That's Drip. That's Drip Uncle.
Oh shit.
That's Blip. That's Drop. And Big Mike's just like, God damn. God
that niggas is at it again.
This nigga let himself go.
Like, God damn, what the fuck happened to Drunkle?
Drunkle. Wait, what's the first match, Trip?
All right, we got Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Toonday. Fuck.
I'm going Brock Lesnar.
Who won the last one? Bobby won the last one?
Brock Lesnar did.
Oh, yeah. No, Bobby winning this one.
Cal, you ain't got your belt yet?
Nah, it didn't come in the mail yet.
It might be tomorrow.
It might be tomorrow.
Mimi also has Bobby Lashley. I'll be going with Brock Lesnar.
Are you putting these in the thing, Drip?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I'm going with Brock Lesnar.
All right. So Mimi and Fam have Bobby Lashley. Cal, Math, and I have Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
All
I will say before this was the one match where I didn't have a clear cut winner. I had to go back and actually sit and it's been so much going on in that feud. So that may be
cut winner in this one.
That's the one where it was.
Cal, you just said we would root for the Black Wrestlers and who
did
you pick?
No, Drip. When I tell you I spent like 25 minutes trying to figure out what I was gonna, because I had to look at everything.
What about your principles, huh?
Brock ain't wrestling Gunner.
I had to look at everything, and this is what I came up with. I'm sorry, Bobby Lashley. What's next, Drip?
You ain't sorry. No.
Sorry, Shelly Belly.
Next up, we got Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley of the Judgment Day.
Where is that?
Who the fuck is that?
That was Mercedes Moné. That was her rap.
Mimi has Finn and Rhea, and as do I.
Yeah, I got Judgment Day as well.
I'll take Edge now.
I'm going with Sledge and Mrs. Sledge.
We are family.
Did Darren not drop that?
Wait, real quick, Kyle, you said Judgment Day?
Yeah, I got Judgment Day.
And Fam and Matthew had Edge and Beth?
Yeah.
All right.
Bedge. And F.
Who's next?
We got the Women Eliminations Chamber match between Asuka, Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, and Carmella. The winner gets a shot at the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania 39.
I got Asuka.
Yeah, let me get dark skin, Oscar skin.
I got Rochelle Rodriguez.
I like that.
Rochelle Farrell.
I will go with Asuka as well, and so did Mimi. So Math is the only one who doesn't have Asuka, and he said Raquel Rodriguez.
I like that.
It's gonna be the little blonde hair girl.
Liv Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
I would like that as well.
Cal would like that as well.
Jersey.
All right. Next up, the United States Championship will be defended in an Elimination Chamber match. Austin Theory will be defended against Seth Rollins. Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and Montez Ford.
Montez Ford.
This is the hard one, Cal.
Pause.
I will say this: when they announced Montez Ford for this, I said Montez winning this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Austin Theory.
So am I.
So does me.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people saying Austin's going to retain. I got a feeling.
I don't know. DJ Khaled looked like a winner.
Can you from Jersey for real?
He does not.
I'm going
He looks
Austin.
like him and Mascara there is there for the big guy spot.
I'm going with
Seth is there for legitimacy.
Mascara is a good mascara.
Mascara is a good name.
I'm going with Austin Theory.
All right, so Cal is the only one with a different choice, and that is Montez Ford.
I don't know. Montez Ford just seemed right.
Hey, you still have up until Saturday night to change it. So.
Nigga, it's too much shit going on.
Ain't nobody gonna remember to change. This weekend gonna be nuts.
No.
We can offline about my reasoning, but anyway. What's the next match?
Well, no, you can keep going because the next match is an automatic. It's Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
Roman Reigns.
Is it in the cage?
Yeah, Samoa and Joe.
I don't. It's not in the cage. No, I think it's just for the titles.
No, it's just in Canada.
It's just in Canada.
I mean, Canada might feel like a cage to some, but
Same about to get fucked up.
Really? Canada seemed kind of free.
It do be
Canada's far.
Canada's far.
I have Roman Reigns. Mimi has Roman Reigns. Bam has Roman Reigns. Kyle has Roman Reigns, and Matt, you have.
Nigga, come on, Drip. Come on,
Sami
nigga.
Zayn. All right, I got
Nobody's
you.
taking Sami Zayn.
Sammy apparently.
You just said Sami Zayn, so all right, I got you down. And that is Elimination Chamber as of right now. These 5 matches. So
what even could they add to this though?
they could probably throw in like a Cody Rhodes, Baron Corbin match.
I thought so too, but they ain't gonna do that. Cody Rhodes gonna come and beat shit out of Sami Zayn.
And these PLEs, have they been having? They've not really been having matches in the pre-show, right?
They've been.
Nope.
It's been more just.
Yeah.
It's been
talking.
Rosenberg and the rest of the squad.
Yeah.
I did not watch this pay-per-view, but I did want to shout out the Renegade Twins on winning. What is it called? Just to make sure I get the title right. The NWA World Women's Tag Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Which Lenny, I mean, this belt's been won back and forth since at least 1952. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's dope to see these two do it as themselves, especially when they on AEW getting fake ass NWO spray painted.
Yeah, this
Shit is dope. I love it.
that's facts.
Do you think they could go on a run like FTR and have like 4 titles? They should, right? Get all the indie titles.
They should. They should go on a run. I'm not saying a FTR run, but they simmering
Facts.
right now.
Yeah.
Super simmering.
Shouts to Terry.
Terry should cry.
Terry should cry. They were bubbling before we got to talk to them. And it felt like every 3 months, every 5 months, more people are starting to recognize. Shouts out to them. Shouts out to my Renegade. Piece of the Renegade Twins on that for real.
The rest of that NWA show, however, yeesh.
Well, shouts out to Jermaine, Bad Liquor Drinking Jermaine. Jermaine hit me on the DMs because we had like a random conversation about Tyrus and all this shit. No, I don't know if Tyrus drink bad liquor, but we were briefly talking about the situation.
I think Super Bowl commercial.
I think Kevin Kiley might drink bad liquor because that dive was.
It was that Alex Riley nonsense looked horrible. That looked like me trying to do a dive, but for some reason people are hating Billy Corgan. I don't think I'm going to watch that. I want to see the Renegade Twins win the title. But
I watched that match, and I watched the Kevin Kiley Jr. versus EC3 match, and just the whole presentation is so low rent. It's like
for an NWA show.
But even like the NWA shows were never really that big, right? I know
this is lower
from what. It's legit like high school gym
this is lower than the 1985 Saturday Night World Championship Wrestling shows in the studio. Wow. Well,
no, this looks like Shut It Down.
But like I told Jermaine, this is what Billy Corgan wants. He said, if you don't like my vision of pro wrestling, go watch something else. What you saying, fam?
And we have.
And we've spent an hour and 45 minutes.
I'm sorry, it's a Nike sale.
What they selling? They got trainers. They got Air Trainer.
They got Air Forces.
Let me go to
the white on white hole.
He's trying to get right for Easter.
That motherfucker need to get his wrist right.
Wait, dude. That sounds crazy. Do niggas to like church on Easter? Like at this age?
Do niggas what?
Go to church on Easter.
I don't go to church in general, Cal. Like,
well, because like let me back up. Easter's one of them holidays where if you in the church,
far.
Easter is far. Easter's a couple.
Not
months.
Really. Not really.
You're trying to get right for Easter. You need to do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were in the church. Easter was one of those days, those Sundays where the people who don't go to church,
church.
They made sure they showed up at church. They was trying to get right for the year.
They call them the CME members. CME members of church is Christmas, Mother's Day, and Easter the days.
That's not even me. I'm a F. Funerals.
That's not church.
It's at church. When I'm at church. That's when I'm at church.
What if I showed up to church with the Seth Rollins fit for Easter?
What if I took you to the church on my Mama Street trip?
You'd be terrified.
No,
it's been a couple white people through there. It's not a lot though. It's a very black church.
They all police.
Hey son, I went to.
I have no problem going.
I went to a goddamn holiness / East Baltimore Baptist funeral last weekend, and when I tell you, I saw things I'd never seen in during the service. It was very interesting because I'm definitely not familiar with like the holiness folks. Them niggas was Tootsie rolling. You remember the dance battle on Don't Be a Menace?
It was grandma's? Grandma Tootsie rolling?
My nigga, it was one lady. You know how people get happy in church and shout out? Her getting happy was just an impression of J. Anthony Brown. You hear glory! Watch out there now.
Watch out. What if J. Anthony Brown was on a podcast, he would be so annoying because it was just that one phrase and he would go on TV. He want to live his watch out there now.
My nigga on the radio every day, ain't he?
Still
He was when Russ Paul was still on. Was he on Russ Paul or what? He was on Russ Paul, wasn't he?
I remember hearing him on Philly. I don't remember who he was with, but he's been on radio for forever. He was on radio before I saw him on TV. I didn't know what he looked like until I saw him on Living Single. Watch out there now. Old women catching the Holy Ghost, the best part of church. You would say that, Zell.
It was off Liberty Road, boy. It was service over that joint. Definitely sir. Tom Joyner, okay.
That's when I first heard it was on the Tom Joyner morning show. Y'all got Tom Joyner down there?
Yeah. He
okay.
national. Yeah, Tom Joyner national.
I didn't know. I never knew how far. I just knew he was in Philly. That makes sense though. Man,
watch out now.
Watch out there now.
I only live once.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're not that far. Was there anything of note to talk about with AEW before we get out of here? That rough ass show
again. Yeah, it was bad.
Actually,
Moxley and Hangman Page are gonna have a Texas Death match to end their feud.
AEW
claims the Acclaim versus the Gun Club, and then 2 other teams yet to be determined for the World Tag Titles. It'll be a 4-way.
Those are the matches at Revolution right now?
Yeah, as of right now.
Yeah, AEW World Title.
Oh, Wardlow, MJF. Samoa Joe again, yeah.
So
Tech fleeces ain't on sale.
See how that worked? Wardlow went out there talking to Jim Ross about his father's cancer situation, and he said that's why he grew his hair out. That wasn't known until this week.
I think it was known that his father might have had cancer, but I'm not sure if that the reason he had the long on the top
why he grew his hair out.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of guys just have a haircut to begin with. So
the promo made sense. I just kind of it maybe I don't know Wardlow. It just felt kind of abrupt.
Well, that's the thing about Wardlow, is he was Goldberg. Until they wanted us to know more about him, now to cheer for him, it's this is how you want us to cheer for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Once he started talking to the camera, I was out of it. But your boy Adam Cole also ate shit on camera. That shit was awful too.
He's starting to, baby steps for Adam Cole,
That shit was whack. Somebody else had mentioned Adam Cole this week. I'm like, this shit is whack. This y'all God?
Yes,
he can't even talk. But my thing is,
this man had an almost career-ending concussion. It's a miracle he's still alive.
What I'm saying, but he could talk.
He would blame that.
What I'm saying is, Brock Lesnar would have to go on pre-record to cut a good promo. Mm-hmm. Adam Cole went on the pre-record and cut a worse promo. They couldn't have found we come back. Let's
You're
do a
also
second
forgetting
take.
Who's the man in charge. Who okays this stuff at the
end
of the day.
You think they went in there and one take hove that promo?
No, I bet they probably did 3 or 4 takes, and he was like, "That's the best we're gonna do right now." And he's instead of just scrapping the whole idea.
Adam Cole is ass.
Steph Hardy, it was a pleasure. Again,
yes, it was.
After we're done here, if you want to run back and watch a quality pro wrestling conversation about Black folks from Black History Month, check out the conversation we had with Hardy Wrestling Podcast. We finally scratched that one off the bingo card. They didn't know we was going to do it.
All the Black wrestlers from AEW are going to be on the show tomorrow.
Jay White is about to be where?
Yeah, no, he'll be in He'll probably be in WWE. If he would have been in AEW, they would have tried to do something by now. I think he'll be.
Jay White in WWE sounds crazy.
I know, but he probably wants to do it more than AEW.
In NXT or the main roster?
He'll have to go to NXT. Yeah.
8.
Say it, man. What you saying?
Nah, I like to keep our jacket clean. We gotta keep our jacket clean. Can't be too biased.
No, you're right.
I think if Jay White wanted to go to AEW, he would have made that his mission right now. But
it's not Marilyn Santana. It's Jason Weaver.
Jason Weaver with the fronts. Daryl Brown. I said something when Adam Cole was cutting them promos. I said,
no, the promo he cut this week wasn't even an Adam Cole type promo.
That shit was, it was a bad promo. Boring.
He's trying to come back and be inspirational, but it's no, you're a dickhead.
No, I was going to say, so Adam Cole can't be a babyface because this is pure babyface, and it sounds like a lie every time he says something. Yeah, I'm not with it.
He stinks.
I just can't tell if he stinks at being a babyface or if he stinks in general. That's my thing.
No, he stinks at being a babyface.
He stinks.
No, don't listen to this guy.
He stank when he first came in.
Damn.
Hey, Mills, nah.
What Mills say?
Nah, Mills. We can't have you using that kind of language.
Flaccid is crazy.
Nah, I can't have you using that kind of language around here, Mills.
Flaccid is crazy. You're not wrong.
Nah, absolutely.
in the actual definition of the word, you're not wrong. But that sounds crazy. He had all that time off, but has no. All right.
He had a concussion. You can't do push-ups. Literally.
All right.
You can't do push-ups off a concussion?
I don't know. Facts are facts. Facts are facts either way. Matt Weaver.
I've never heard that before.
I've never had a.
It's like he probably couldn't. Like he probably can't lift anything either. So like
he should.
Yo, Dr. Drip. The health segment with Dr. Drip.
Facts.
If you want to fix your foot, what you do is light some coals on fire.
But wait,
don't walk
and
on
put
it.
them in a pillowcase and then lay your foot underneath the hot coals
I would
for
have
an
to
hour
be.
and a half.
I would have to be like,
get a 5th-degree burn, you'll feel no pain.
the views of Drip have nothing to do with the Black Rasslin Podcast.
No, I'm literally
we would need that drop beforehand. Because goddamn, Drip.
I'm gonna be honest. You can't do push-ups on a concussion sounds made up.
You want to look into it?
Wait, Drip.
It looked like you pulled it out of that hat you got on.
Is there a link? Is there a stat? I mean, I would love to read
I would
about
assume
it.
so. Like because like if you're not supposed to lift anything when you have a concussion.
You can't use assume.
Of course, I'm not a doctor. Like,
but you can't say yeah and then say
But not being able to do push-ups. You made a new rule up.
no, I bet like if you were like to like get in, push,
you
like,
could
and
play
then
a
like
skip
push
on
up
the
and down, he would probably
both
like.
of them is yellow. No, it's in the hat.
It's in the hat. It's in the hat. It's in the hat.
I bet like he would get
This
dizzy
is official
from
rule,
doing
don't
push-ups,
worry.
and they probably wouldn't want him to do that.
I don't know, man.
Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here with this shit,
On that note,
this nigga's playing a whole football game.
He playing.
Yeah,
he
and
playing Tecmo Bowl.
that's why they shoot themselves in the head. Like
Jesus Christ!
that ain't happen.
No, that didn't happen.
No.
I choose to believe that did not just happen. On that note, we got to get out of here. We have to get out of here.
Pull these stats out his ass.
As always, at this time of the show, during this month, I got to ask a question. Brother Fam, who is your Black Rass of the Week?
MVP.
Talk about it.
MVP is my Black Rash of the Week because he took Twitter today because of this clown, right? This clown comes on and talks about how disgusted he was with Rihanna's Super Bowl performance.
Terrible.
I've seen this nigga on the internet drinking flavored natural ice.
Ugh.
I don't care about your opinion, sir.
Flavored natural ice?
And if you had your opinion, we all know it's wrong.
Flavored natural ice.
Yeah,
It's
that.
disgusting.
It's called stink lemonade.
It's called Steve. Ugh. Gross. Math. Who you got?
I'm going with Fred Rosser. Fred Rosser making his House of Glory debut.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
Did my shit fuck up?
Yep.
Yeah, a little bit.
There you go.
Well, yeah. But Fred Rosser's making his House of Glory debut against one of the Samoans. So there you go. Check that shit out. It's I think it's
Samoa's gonna be at Jimmy's on Saturday.
Oh, word.
working.
Basically.
I also think he's facing Kenta at the Battle on the Valley show.
On Saturday?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Are they friends?
What you said? That nigga's in the win.
Yeah.
Rosser. Fred Rosser is facing Kenta for the Strong Openweight Championship on Saturday. Ugh.
What is that? Robitussin?
That Goldberg pack.
It's a 12-pack of Robitussin.
Yeah.
A 12-pack of Pepto. On the rocks.
What the fuck is that?
Drip. Who's your Black Rass of the Week?
I'm gonna go with the woman of the weekend, Mercedes Moné.
There you go. You think she winning?
Yeah.
In the bag?
Yeah.
Bag it.
I like it. They need that, right?
I think that's why they
I don't
made the
know
deal
if
in the
they
first
need
place.
it.
The only reason, shouts to Jay Bougie. The only reason I say that, Wrestle Kingdom 17 the New Japan America Twitter account was going ham.
Yeah.
It feels like they're trying to make more inroads, and they're doing more American shows this year.
It's more so on the women's side more than America, I say, because they've been doing some good work in America. But now that New Japan has a women's title, it would be better to have Mercedes as your face. And no offense to Kairi Sane, who had a ton of mainstream appeal in the U.S. as well. But I think the reason Mercedes showed up is to be the face for whatever amount of time she signed the deal for, or to go back and forth with Kairi and whoever else is a potential challenger. But yeah, it's hers to win, hers only.
I'm with it. No, I think I don't think they can do any wrong. Either you let Kairi hold that title legit and because it's the first time the title's been a thing, so let her establish that shit, or you give them Mercedes and say, "Hey, blow it up."
And that shit, the roof.
It's going through the roof because she can do any type of interviews. It would be any type of American media she could do. She'll hold that title if she got it. I don't know. It's a win-win.
Should take that shit to fight. What's her name? Over in Impact.
I'm with it. Fucking what's her name? Mickey James.
Yeah, Mickey James.
She posted the story, but Mercedes is also really good. She's so hot. Anything she put on social media is automatically Mercedes.
Except the music, right?
Post that photo of you wearing a Nation crew neck again. I'm sorry.
Might as well throw it back up.
I mean, shit. She ain't with WWE. It don't matter at this point. My Black Rasslin of the week is Bobby Lashley, only because Bobby Lashley,
he kicked his ass.
I was going to say, they've been going back and forth. And the one thing that Bobby Lashley's doing in this run right now, he's like, look, Brock, I get it. You're you, but you kind of got to.
The whole story is Bobby Lashley's like, I've been beating your ass. And like, you can't even win.
He didn't. Last week, Lesnar said, here's the contract. This week, he said, look, I finally have my agent and my lawyers who ever look at it. You got to play by my rules. You got to sit at my table. That's why Brock had to come through. And guess what? He beat that ass.
One, if I lose,
speared him and everything. I mean, I don't think this story ends at Elimination Chamber. That's why I
no
went the way I went. But I like seeing. I
almost thought about doing a no contest or a DQ.
There are a number of people who say it's no contest. I will say that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
hey yo, niggas told me Newports cost $12 a pack now.
Shut the fuck up.
That's almost what I said.
Newport.
Niggas say they paying $11 for Mavericks.
What?
Right.
Who's buying Mavericks?
Yo, my man. So full disclosure, I used to smoke cigarettes.
Me too.
It's been almost 14 years though.
Nah, facts.
So but I still hang out with like the same guys at work. So, break they out there smoking their cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the homies pulled out a pack of cigarettes today. It just said LD on it. I said, cuz you over there sucking on the LD?
LD? What is LD?
I don't know, but you shouldn't be smoking those.
LD? Yeah, nah. Actually, Rock said I bet they do here for that. Yeah, I think I was just Googling
Maryland, not NYC. Maryland, nigga.
This
Maryland,
one link,
they probably 15.
The one link I saw has New York at 1196.
Wow, okay.
It's $12.
They have Maryland at 1026, but I mean 1026 could be the average.
Yeah.
You could get if the average is 1030, 1050, you could get $12 easily.
I don't know. I know when Cuz pulled out that pack of LDs, I had to get out of there.
I stopped smoking cigarettes when they were $7 a pack. $12? I got to get a $20 bill to get a pack of cigarettes?
Is that real?
Lucky Days? Nah,
Lucky
that don't
Days.
sound like something I'd want to smoke. LD?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was just about that the whole time he said that. I'm like,
no, when he said it, it didn't sound right. LD means it anyway.
You will put that LD down.
Anyway.
So I tried not to say something, right? Now I tried. Like he pulled him out, and I looked at. And so the homie Donovan was like, he seen my face. I'm trying not to react. He busts out laughing because I don't have a poker face.
Knew it. Yeah.
I have no poker face. I'm sorry. And so I see, and then my man, the Frank, pull out the goddamn pack, and I said,
"That's crazy."
"Oh, you effing lying."
Fam said in 2023.
This what you doing? This what you about to put in your mouth?
He said Quantum Mania about to come out. You about to pull out a pack of cigarettes?
You about to pull out a pack of LDs?
On that note, brother Fam, where can the people find the Podfather on social media?
IlFam790 is social media choice. Way more importantly, man. At Where's Buffy every single Friday right here, every single Tuesday over at the at Where's Buffy proper. Something else pod, no G, because we all the G you need. Shout out to my tag team partner Lola Brick.
Yeah, that nigga,
shout out to Black Watch. Dear Lord, let us get together and somehow make an episode.
I was gonna say something crazy.
Get to y'all.
I was gonna say something crazy after you said Brick, but
no, I appreciate you. Nope. No.
I will say if after this, if you want something a little spicy, go check out the most recent episode of something else. Because
when I tell you niggas been hitting me about that episode all week,
I bet
it's gonna be a mess.
When I was editing it, I'm like, shit. I wish I was there for Fam. I could have been like, yo, I'm sorry.
Nah, it's entertaining to me.
It's entertaining, but it's kind of like in that conversation, you kind of third wheeling.
But I'm okay with that.
Oh, you to the point where you had to get off camera.
I mean, I drop off for effect. It's work.
No, of course. Again, if y'all didn't see it, run it back after this. Brother Math, I know you're here for a minute. Where can people find you if you want them to find you?
Don't follow me.
Exactly. Drip.
You can follow me on Twitter at Davis, aka Drip, Instagram Davis Colon DC, on the BRP Patreon, White Noise. No, not this weekend because we already recorded, so yeah. But on the YouTube, check the replay. Next week, Hovio Fest 3. It will be happening.
Shit, you drinking?
I will be drinking. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's going.
Oh, Matt said it's not happening, so never mind. Well,
the problem is actually we could probably get a mix off, but it's one of those things where I don't trust YouTube in 2023. So if subscribe to the Patreon if anything extra is going to be happening, I'll tell you that right now. Hey, Shelly Belly.
I'm out of here, dog.
Shelly Belly, we went 2+ hours with not even mentioning that.
With that, mentioning what? Mentioning what, Cal? Mentioning what?
What you can see again, I'll say this: if you're listening on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere that's not YouTube, you can't see what was on the screen just now. Shouts to Shelly Belly. All love to Shelly Belly. Y'all wild. Drip, did you say where people can find you?
Yeah. I mean, again. So next week, Hovio Fest 3.
Knee deep in the
That's right. He did say Hovio speak. I'm at Cal on Twitter. Shouts to Mimi. You can find Mimi. Shouts to Corey. Turnbuckle Talk. All that.
Yes.
And Ken Luce at end the show. At Cal on Twitter. At Black Rasslin on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is the website. As always, you can find Black Rasslin on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, wherever you get your podcasts. We are motherfucking there. YouTube.com/Black Rasslin every Thursday, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We give you all types of insanity like this. 5 mics, a podcast of excellence. Next week we'll be recapping Elimination Chamber, if Mercedes Moné won the title, if Jay White is still in New Japan or not, all that type of nonsense.
He won't.
Damn, Drip. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. Pay the 1, pay the 10. You get the Black Watch. You can get the White Noise. You can all type. I haven't done a Black
load.
Bulls in the China Shop's been doing amazing stuff as well. I've not been able to do a Black Rasslin Podcast Club. Hopefully I can get to do one sometime this weekend for President's Day. I think that's it. I'm saying holidays is holidays.
It's a long day. It's a long
weekend. It's a long weekend. So get your chilling. And I'll say this: good luck to y'all, because Saturday night is not only Elimination Chamber and Battle in the Valley, but it's also All-Star Saturday weekend. So your Saturday night timeline is going to be ridiculous.
Already?
Yeah. All-Star is this weekend. Yeah, this Saturday is going to be. It's a trifecta going on. Plus, Quantumania is out right now. Hopefully, you made your plans, because there's all types of nonsense going on.
I already see that. I'm straight.
Yeah, we can talk about it next week, because I ain't gonna see that shit for a bit. Let me turn off the Vader Beast for a bit, and we can get the hell out of here. Peace of the chat as always. I love y'all. Thank y'all for popping through. New Jack, take
Kane is back.
Like me or not, I didn't come up here to be liked. I came up here to get paid.